No is a small word with immense power. It can be a shield against unwanted obligations and a sword to cut through the noise of others' expectations. Saying no is not about closing yourself off from the world. It's about opening yourself up to a life that aligns with your values and aspirations. It's about creating space for what truly matters. When we constantly say yes, we scatter our energy. We spread ourselves thin. This leaves us feeling drained and unfulfilled. Saying no, on the other hand, is an act of self-preservation. It allows us to conserve our energy and focus on what brings us joy. Saying no is a journey of self-discovery. It's about understanding your limits and honoring your needs. It's about recognizing that you have the right to say no without guilt or apology. Embracing the power of no is a step towards a more authentic and empowered life. The wisdom of saying no has been echoed throughout history. The ancient Greek philosopher Socrates famously said, "Know thyself." This simple yet profound statement encourages self-awareness as a foundation for making wise choices. To know oneself is to understand one's values, limits, and aspirations. With this knowledge, saying no becomes an act of alignment, not resistance. Buddha taught the importance of detachment. He emphasized the need to let go of attachments to desires and outcomes that do not serve our spiritual growth. Saying no can be seen as an act of detachment. It's about releasing the need to please everyone and freeing ourselves from the weight of others' expectations. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." His words remind us that we have the power to choose our responses. Saying no is an assertion of this power. It's about taking control of our lives and not allowing external pressures to dictate our choices. Saying no can be challenging. We are often conditioned from a young age to be agreeable and avoid confrontation. We fear judgment and rejection. We worry about disappointing others or damaging relationships, but constantly saying yes out of fear can have detrimental consequences. When we consistently prioritize others' needs over our own, we risk burnout, resentment, and a loss of self. We may end up feeling trapped in commitments that drain our energy and leave us feeling unfulfilled. The fear of saying no can lead to a cycle of people-pleasing that ultimately undermines our well-being. It's important to remember that saying no is not selfish. It's about recognizing that our needs and desires are valid. It's about understanding that we cannot pour from an empty cup. When we take care of ourselves, we are better equipped to show up for others in meaningful ways. Section 4. Boundaries, gates of protection, not walls of isolation. Setting boundaries is essential for protecting our energy, time, and emotional well-being. Boundaries are not walls that shut people out. They are gates that filter who and what we allow into our lives. They are guidelines that define what we are and are not willing to tolerate. Dr. Brené Brown, a renowned researcher on vulnerability and courage, emphasizes the importance of boundaries in her work. She states, "Daring to set boundaries is about having the courage to love ourselves, even when we risk disappointing others." Her words remind us that setting boundaries is an act of self-love. It's about prioritizing our well-being and not being afraid to communicate our needs. Boundaries can be physical, emotional, or digital. They can be as simple as saying no to an extra commitment, or as complex as ending a toxic relationship. The key is to identify what drains our energy and what nourishes our soul. By setting clear boundaries, we create space for what truly matters. Section 5. The Power of No in Action Profiles in Courage. Many successful individuals throughout history have understood the power of saying no. Steve Jobs, the visionary co-founder of Apple, was known for his relentless focus on a few key products. He famously said, "Focusing is about saying no." Jobs' ability to say no to countless ideas and opportunities allowed him to channel his energy into creating products that revolutionized the world. Oprah Winfrey, a media mogul and philanthropist, is another powerful example of someone who understands the importance of setting boundaries. She has spoken openly about the need to protect her time and energy in order to pursue her passions. Winfrey's ability to say no to distractions and commitments that don't align with her values has been instrumental in her success. These examples demonstrate that saying no is not about being rude or dismissive. It's about making conscious choices that align with our values and goals. It's about recognizing that our time and energy are precious resources that should be invested wisely. Section 6. Saying no to others, saying yes to yourself. Every time we say no to something that doesn't serve us, we say yes to something that does. We say yes to our well-being. We say yes to our dreams. We say yes to a life that is authentic and fulfilling. Saying no is not about being selfish. It's about recognizing that our needs and desires are valid. It's about understanding that we cannot pour from an empty cup. When we take care of ourselves, we are better equipped to show up for others in meaningful ways. Section 7. Reclaiming Your Power. A journey of self-discovery. Mastering the art of saying no is a journey of self-discovery. It's about understanding your limits and honoring your needs. It's about recognizing that you have the right to say no without guilt or apology. Embracing the power of no is a step towards a more authentic and empowered life. It's about creating a life that is in alignment with your values and aspirations. It's about living a life that is truly your own. So start saying no to what doesn't serve you and say yes to a life that lights you up from within. Remember, your time and energy are precious. Invest them wisely.